Helikopter, helikopter. Parakoper, parakoper.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It's me, Rheina Fanisyahrani.
I'm Muhammad Alfarezi, and today we're gonna present about the hand gesture.
But what is hand gestures? Hand gestures are an integral part of communication, particularly if we are speaking in a foreign language. They are a great way of making sure we're getting our point across and underpin what we're trying to say. Hand gestures are deliberate movements of the hands or fingers used to convey message, emotions, or ideas. So that means we can communicate without words but still understand the meaning of the gestures. But remember, we must carefully use some gestures because in some countries it can have different meanings. Yes, we have a lot of countries and cultures, and there are a lot of differences. That's why we must know how to communicate with others and the manners of our gestures. It's like if there's a gesture that means good in some country, but it can be so rude in another country.
Let's move on the next slide. This gesture is often done by many people, but not many people know why that this gestures does not always mean okay. In Japan, these gestures mean money. Why? In Japan, okay means okane. If we translate it to English, that means money.
Next is V or peace sign. In America, these gestures mean peace and sometimes means victory. Unlike in China, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, and Thailand, it is often done when someone is posing sweetly for the camera. This hand gesture is another fairly universal one. Before the 1960s, it was primarily used to indicate victory. During the Vietnam War and hippie era, the sign began to mean peace and is now typically referred to as the peace sign. However, in many countries outside of the US, the direction the palm is facing makes a major difference in the meaning.
If two people, especially children, pinky promise, they promise each other something by connecting their little fingers. According to Tofugu, a popular Japanese culture website, this tradition dates back to the Edo period, was a symbolic representation of unbreakable bond between samurai warriors. By intertwining their pinkies, they were vowing to cut off their fingers if they betrayed their oath. In America, people often hold a glass with their pinky up to look charming, while in China, this gesture indicates someone is unhappy. But if it pinky promise, it's known as the little finger hook and is often used to seal promise between friends or lovers. In Korea, it's called the finger swear and is common childhood practice. Interestingly, a study by researchers at Zhejiang University found that 92% of participants believe breaking a pinky promise would lead to negative consequences, underscoring its deep-rooted significance.
Okay, but have you heard about the Korean heart? As a K-pop lovers, you may know this. This gesture is popular in Korea. In English, this gesture is known as finger heart, and in Korean as 손가락 하트. When the K-pop idols on the red carpet and the MCs ask them to pose to the camera, it's like 손가락 하트, 왼쪽, 오른쪽, 손가락 하트. It means like finger heart, left to the right. This gesture is done with just one hand, using the fingers crossing the thumb with the index finger, similar to the Western money gesture. But in this case, we can still forming a kind of heart V. In the West, they usually use two hands or two arms to make a heart. Koreans and Japanese also do and know this gesture, but by using just one hand and two fingers is more discreet and less embarrassing for them. In America and most countries around the world, this gesture is often interpreted as a stop sign. However, in Mexico and Panama, it means a greet like hi.
Well, actually there's same, right? If we want to greet someone, we can use this sign too, but in the different direction. When we greet someone, raise the hand higher than we use this as the stop sign. Also, this can be a goodbye sign. Still in the position, but the hands are waving like this.
So that's all from our group presentation.
Hopefully, the information is useful for everyone and we apologize for everything or mistakes.
Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.